Good afternoon, everyone. A truck stop charging the Tesla and charging it to 100% because I'm traveling to my half marathon race tomorrow. I've been in business a long time, and just time in business gets you a certain amount of business. So I've kind of relaxed. I don't want to say lazy. I don't kind of feel that I'm a lazy person, but I'm not working to the capacity that I could. And I hate to get 5-10 years down the road and look back and say, why didn't you do that? Because I can't get it back, and no one can get that back. Just to kind of give you an update on the investment business, we're about the 23rd, 24th of the month. Yesterday I checked, we had about 5.6 million come in. Puts us at about 35 million for the quarter, or for the year, because we're into the second quarter. A little bit slower, the tax season's over, a little bit slower, but we're still pushing some really good numbers. Actually going through a total revamp of the office. I'm really getting it set up for the future, for the next person to come in that's going to buy it and take it over. And so it's a lot of process, procedures. I've done a terrible training with my existing clients. I allow them to just call in whenever, walk in, and that's just not that's a reactive practice instead of being a proactive type of practice. So that's what we're doing. So it's a little bit difficult, because if you allow people to do it a certain way and then you're trying to change that habit, there's a little bit of friction there. And a lot of that friction falls onto my front desk, to my assistants. So we've been doing some role playing. I've been working with a consultant, just kind of talking through different scenarios, different calls, walk-ins. Now all the new clients that we get, which we get 3, 4, 5 new clients a day. It's easy because they don't know any different. That's what's going on there. So all in all, that's good. Spa, I'll be honest with you, I haven't really spent a lot of time there. The lab gave my manager some room to manage, so I'm just kind of there as a fallback if something comes up. The thing we do need to do is hire more therapists, and we got a couple leaving. I've got some that are leaving for the summer. We'll be back in the fall. We got some that are actually leaving, and so my manager and assistant manager have done some things with the local classes. Going in and talking to them, and so I think we'll get a couple of those. So that should be good. And it's always an ongoing thing. I think we should always be hiring therapists, but it's growing. We just went over 400 members within the last couple of weeks, so that's a good milestone. So it's on to 500 members. Hopefully, be nice if by the end of the summer, and then by the end of the year, it'd be nice to be around 600 members. And so I'm not sure long term what the spa has in my life and in my kind of my portfolio. So I really have to work through that. Obviously, there's no value in unprofitable business. So until it gets profitable, we really can't decide what we want to do, because there's not really anything you can do. So we're working through that. And then as far as the platform, 28 Summers, so the book's done. It's all going. I had a meeting this morning. I have a meeting every Friday at 8:30 in the morning with my assistant in the Philippines, Rochelle. So today we're just talking about I need to do more videos, more photos of myself, because it's really building out the platform based around me. And this is really why am I doing this? I don't need to do it. I like doing stuff I like building. I think I said in one of the other videos, I'm a builder. I have all kinds of ideas. So this is really the transition. My broker dealer is getting me to think about and strategize about me exiting my practice, selling it, and moving it on to the next person. And but I'm not the type of person that I could just do nothing. Not gonna happen. To me, that would be absolute suicide. So I think 28 Summers is the next chapter. It's consulting, it's working with individuals, business owners mainly, about how they structure their business to be a benefit to their life and their families. So that's what we're working on. We're trying to build the platform. We have a long runway. I'm not selling my practice next year. It's going to be several years. I have a goal in mind of $2 billion in assets. So that's it's a doubling of the practice, and but we can't do that, as Dr. Benjamin Hardy, his books will explain. You can't do it doing what you're doing today. We have to change things totally, and that's exactly what I'm going through right now is changing things. And it's a learning experience for me, because I've done it a certain way, and now I have to change the way I do things. And so I'm going going through the process just like my staff. It's brand new. Some of the ideas we have in place won't work. And some of the ideas we haven't even thought of yet. So it's exciting, but it's also a little bit scary. Built a great practice. I don't want to do anything to harm that, because it just harms the value of the practice. But it's actually about giving the right amount of service to the individuals based on their need and based on kind of where they're at in life. And so we basically, we don't turn anyone away. Everyone comes into my practice, but someone with $20 million with me doesn't get or expect the same type of service somebody that has $1,000 with me. So, and I'm not sure, in all honesty, if we looked at it that way. But basically, we've been reactive, proactive as far as referrals. I had a great call this morning with someone in a large city, not local, who got referred by her dad. And she's an attorney, and the husband is an actuary. They make an incredible income, have a ton of money saved up, and they're just in their mid to late 30s. I think he's in his early 40s, but done a tremendous job. And without that referral, I would have never crossed those individuals. So we're proactive with those type of clients, but we have to be proactive with the clients that we have in our practice. And that's some of the changes that we're implementing and changing. So, and it may be staff changes. I feel like we can do it with the staff we have, but they have to make that determination, because I'm not stopping. This is a change that's going to happen. So, it's the urgency mindset that I'm trying to put in place. It's the 28 summers. It's, we'll only have so much time. There's a lot of opportunity out there. We just have to go get it. Instead of sitting back and letting it come to us, we have to go out and get it. And I think some people, most business people, why they feel like they're active and they're getting after it, I think if they were really honest with themselves, like I've had to be, we're not working that hard. So that's the platform we're building. I'm going through it myself. So it's a great learning experience. It's real time. It's real world. I'll know if it works. There'll be changes to the process. If it doesn't work, we'll change it and make sure it works, because I'm going through it. So yeah, but that's my video this week. I got my run this tomorrow. We plan to head early, go through. They always have a little expo. We got to get our bibs and all that stuff, but it's always fun to go through the expo and see if there's anything that we want to pick up. I'm actually the most relaxed. Well, I have no clue how many of these I've run. Maybe 10, 15, 20. I don't know. I have to count the medals. But this is probably the most relaxed, confident race coming up to a race that I've ever been. I don't know if that's a good thing. I'm starting to get a little concerned about that. Every other time I've been anxious and kind of, did I do enough? Did I train enough? But this time I'm not. I'm just going to go, and I've got a process of running based on time and effort, and I've got to spread that over 13 miles, and I think it'll work. I'm not setting any world records. I don't have enough time to train for that, and it's not of interest to me to run an hour and a half marathon. I don't have the interest, and honestly, I don't have the body for that. I'm too thick. I don't have a runner's body. So I do it to stay in shape and be healthy. And it's an activity kind of like golf that you can do individually. While I loved going to CrossFit classes, do I like doing CrossFit workouts on my own? Probably not really, but I do it. I actually really like going to the classes, because I think CrossFit is a program that a class is better. Running you can do by yourself. It's always nice to have someone. I run with my wife, and she's taller than I am, so her stride is a little different than mine. So it's not that we can actually run together for a long ways. Started doing probably 15 years ago on a steady, and it's kind of funny. I got a whole story behind that, but that's for another day. So okay. Any questions you guys might have, just put them in the comment section. My view counts are starting to go up. That's exciting. Again, this is a long haul. I don't expect this to be a 2, 3, 4, 5 year thing with these videos. We did hire an actual creator that's actually going to edit the videos, Sean. So if he's watching this, that's awesome. So we look forward to that relationship. And so we've got a contract on that about how many long form videos and shorts that he'll put out for us for the cost. And then my virtual assistant, she'll handle a lot of the content and behind the scenes stuff, and she'll prompt me starting here next month. These videos will be more formalized, as I'll have more focused content other than just me talking about my week or whatever. Workouts this week, limited. Sunday was my last hard workout. I just feel like I'm ready. I don't really feel like making myself tired this week. So yeah, that's it. About at 90%. So this will be finishing up here on the charger, and then I'll get home and pack, and then I'll head to Champaign. So all right, hope everyone has a great weekend.